That's good.
Rolled out the welcome wagon.
Gotta say, I can't help but wonder if this is a lost cause.
Well, you know, some lost causes are worth fighting for.
Let's just think this through.
So, I got an idea. Frontal assault, guns blazing. Make for a good story.
Why'd we bring you along again? Rear entrance. We'll get inside via the parking garage.
So we've made our way up to the plate, and we're about to go sneak our way into the Shinra corporate offices. But like every other aspect of this game, it is greatly expanded from what we saw in the original game. In the original, you just sort of arrived at the front of it. You saw the tower, and then you just sort of approached it. And then you up at the front door, and you had the choice of going in the front door or going in the back door. In this, they make you sneak in through the parking garage and all this other stuff. There's more to it.
Security's looking pretty tight.
So they know what they're up against.
Somehow, I don't think it's all for us. Could be for Avalanche. Or maybe even Wutai.
Can't be for Wutai. What about the ceasefire?
That only put the war on pause.
They're still harping on about that whole potential war with Wutai, although the game kind of ends without much about it, you know.
Either way, I'm gonna get Avalanche. Their days of sitting smug in this glass tower are over.
We're here to rescue Aerith, remember? We don't need more attention than what we're gonna get. We need to be smart.
Yeah, I hear you. But my soul's screaming for payback, you know? I'm a ticking time bomb, and sooner or later, I'm gonna have to blow up.
Well, then make it later.
Barret does come across as a hothead in this game, and I guess he's a little bit calmer than he was in the original. But even still, it seems like it might be something of a mistake to have a guy like him in on this. If you're trying to be discreet and Barret likes, you know, shooting and blowing things up, then I don't know, maybe his presence is a mistake. But anyway, these are the characters we have, and these are the characters we're gonna have to use. Massive lights everywhere, it's crazy. And they just leave their stuff out for people to steal. I mean, no wonder. So of course, in the original game, this part of the story is fairly early in the game. I mean, you barely scratched the surface of this game until you left Midgar. I mean, the story doesn't really even get going until you've left Midgar and you see the kind of flashback in Nibelheim, which we will not be seeing in this game. But as far as this remake goes, this part is really just early in the game. I mean, I'm sorry, it's late in the game. You're actually pretty deep in the game. We're stumbling up into the final dungeon. And like all the dungeons in this game, it's very long, and it's actually several dungeons kind of chained together. But, you know, it is what it is. There was only so many different story beats that they could incorporate into this. So the Shinra mansion, or the Shinra thing here, is going to be a big part of it.
That one there! That's a Shinra truck, isn't it?
Come on.
How's it looking out there?
Anything?
Nah.
All clear.
Roger. Okay, head on in.
So far, so good.
Where'd you come from?
I'm not quite sure how I feel about the more comedic attempts that this game makes. Things like Barret falling off the back of the truck, like it's some big thing, and then he just sort of, his ass lands on top of one of the Shinra NPCs. It's supposed to be funny how, if... Not that I'm opposed to humor appearing in games, but I feel like it does kind of have to have a certain place in order to fit properly within a story. We're pretty deep into this game, so there's always this sort of sense of tension that you're going to have to maintain when writing a story like this. And as you get deeper into the story, as you get closer to the end, the tension is supposed to increase. You can't have pure, strong tension throughout the entire story, because that will just end up boring people. You have to have it sort of ramp up, and it can ramp and release and stuff through several points in the story. But as you're coming up on the final dungeon, you really just want to see it go on an upward trajectory. This dungeon's a little bit long for that, but it's something that you still should do. But here we have these attempts at comedy at a part that I feel like it isn't really appropriate. Because, I mean, we just saw the collapse of the Sector 7 plate. A bunch of people died. The city was destroyed. And we're going in here to rescue the Flower Girl, and Barrett's having these slapstick comedy things going on. I mean, we're killing people left and right. Barrett's like, oh, Barrett's big ass landed on this guy. Ha ha, it's funny, isn't it? That being said, I'm not sure how many other points in the story comedy really would have had a strong fit. I think maybe when Cloud was hanging around with Aerith in the early parts and through the Wall Market areas, you could throw in some comedy there. If anything, after the plate collapsing, or even after dropping into the sewers under Krenea's mansion, it's really a little too late in the game for comedy. But of course, this game is very long. It's, what, a 30, 40-hour game, something like that? I'm not sure. So, that stuff happened quite a while ago in those terms. So we can have some comedy in these strange middle portions of the game and then nothing later on. Of course, the original game was goofy in a lot of ways. But there wasn't really a lot of comedic things going on in the Shinra offices. It was just kind of more or less serious once they got to this point. Right up and down the escalator. I love the design and layout of the Shinra HQ in this game, though. It just screams ostentatious. Because, I mean, look at this place. It's not quite realistic, but it's over the top in all the right ways. I mean, look at this place.
Nobody's home.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where they might be holding Aerith?
I'm thinking a research facility. That'd make the most sense.
And where is that?
Upper floors. Maybe near the top. That's where you are.
Maybe.
Maybe we can use the console at the reception desk out. This building's incredible.
A shining monument to corporate greed. One of these days, I'm going to tear it down and burn the rubble.
But not today.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't think we should try touching it.
Shit, making life hard.
Let's just keep heading up.
So, how do we get upstairs?
Either the elevator or the emergency stairwell.
Isn't the lab we're looking for on one of the top floors? I vote we take the elevator. No getting upstairs without a key card, huh?
Think we're gonna need a few before this is over.
Pretty sure I saw one lying around.
Oh, the reception desk.
Yeah, but how to get in?
Go up and over, maybe? Look. Pretty sure we could reach it if we hop across those lights.
I don't know.
I think I'll give it a shot. As the lightest one here, I figure I've got the best chance. You two can sit back and watch.
You know, I could be wrong, but I think this might be the only time where you directly take control of Tifa up until this point in the game. I mean, aside from in battle and all.
Okay, guys. Wish me luck.
You be careful.
Aren't I always?
Tifa!
Oh shit! Tifa!
Are you okay?
I thought I was dead for sure.
Well, I've finally gone and done it, and I decided to go and spend the money necessary to get myself the Creative Suite versions of Adobe Premiere and Photoshop. And it's, well, I've been using the Elements version, which is a sort of a consumer level version of the software. And, well, that suited my needs well enough, but, you know, I've been doing a lot more Photoshop stuff recently, and I figured, hey, you know what? I got the money right now. Might as well. I mean, it's a subscription thing. It's not like I just bought the software outright, so that sucks. And it is quite expensive. But, you know, gave it a shot. So I have this version of Adobe Premiere, of Premiere Pro CC 2022, that I figure, well, I gotta go and learn how the software works before I try and, like, go and make any more kind of larger video. So I guess the best way to do it is to try and just use it for one of these LP videos. So this is the first video that I'm producing that uses the newer version of Adobe Premiere, or the professional version of Adobe Premiere. And, well, it's definitely something. It's got a lot more features. Maybe not all the kind of stuff that I feel like I really need for my uses, but it does have a lot of cool stuff.
Hand
I mean,
over hand,
the
huh? That's fine. Bring it on.
professional version of Photoshop is definitely more to my liking. It's also more complex than the version I was used to, but it does a lot more stuff that I really like. Premiere, we'll see. I mean, a lot of its extra features seems unnecessary, or stuff that I could do by other means. Like a lot of the extra graphics and stuff, I tend to produce my own graphics anyway. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe the hardware acceleration side of it is something that I should really get into, because that seems like it could really help out for, like, encoding and speeds and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, not that you'd be able to tell from your perspective on what software I used for this. Just mentioning this while Tifa's monkey barring around in the Shinra HQ. Nothing like this happened in the original game. In the original game, provided you decided to go and...
Pretty close now.
You know, I did a lot of workouts
Just
like
need
this.
to
This
make
is
it
actually
over
more
there.
difficult than it looks. In the original game, you either busted in through the front door, or you went into the back door, in which case you had a lot of stairs to climb. Front door, you get into a few fights, you get into an elevator, the elevator door opens, you get into a few more fights, and then you end up on like the 60th floor, or the 55th floor, or something like that, and from there it becomes a kind of a dungeon crawl. In this, well, if you went the back way, there were a bunch of stairwells that you had to climb up, and Barret and Tifa would talk and all that kind of stuff. And it's certainly duller, but the characters are a little more entertaining with what they say. And this kind of goes both ways. There's no big fight. We went into the front door, but there's no big fight. But there's this... I don't want to call this a platforming
Almost there.
thing, but there's definitely
Just need to get across those platforms.
this unusual thing that's going on here with Tifa hopping across the light fixtures. I guess they had to do something to make Tifa seem like she's actually... I mean, you could have removed Barret or Tifa from the original game section when they... once you were in the Shinra HQ, and it wouldn't have mattered. In this case, they have to do something to make it seem like their characters are there as doing something other than just helping Cloud fight things. I guess this works. I wonder if it was possible for her to reach that thing, or if she was always going to miss. I don't know. I'll check it out later. Come on, swing better. Arm's got to be getting tired by now. Oh, I didn't even see that one there.
That's some fine work.
I might be able to disable security from here.
Hot damn, girl.
But I didn't do anything.
Shit, I'll take it. So you can use that to look up what floor the research facility's on?
I think so. Give me a sec. Bingo. Professor Hojo's lab. 65th floor looks like. Guess we can only get to the 59th floor via the elevators or stairs. To access any level above that, we need to check in at the Skyview Hall reception.
59th floor it is, then.
Right.
Well, it's time to go climb some stairs. Next episode, though.